Dear students, I am Dr. Timmegowda NR, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Chemistry, Government Sri Krishna Rajendra Silver Jubilee Technological Institute, KR Circle, Bangalore. In my session 8 video lecture, I am going to explain the continuation of Engineering Chemistry Module 1, that is Electrochemistry and Energy Storage Systems. In my previous session, I discussed about the topic energy storage systems, in which different energy storage systems with examples and the construction of very important energy storage system, that is battery, and finally different batteries such as primary batteries, secondary batteries, and reserve batteries with examples. The session 8 content includes the construction, working, and applications of nickel metal hydride batteries and lithium ion batteries. Let's first discuss about nickel metal hydride batteries. As we know, nickel metal hydride batteries are rechargeable batteries. That is, these are secondary batteries. The nickel metal hydride batteries have widespread importance among various nickel-based batteries. And these batteries are the choice for hybrid electric vehicles and also emerging electric vehicles. Let's discuss the construction, working, and applications of nickel metal hydride batteries. If we come to construction part of nickel metal hydride battery, as we know, the battery is made up of 4 major components. They are anode, cathode, electrolyte, and separator. In nickel metal hydride batteries, the metal hydrides like vanadium hydrides or zirconium hydride or titanium hydrides with active hydrogen storage alloy like lanthanum nickel, which are pasted on thin porous nickel sheet used as anode. I repeat, the metal hydrides such as vanadium hydride or zirconium hydride or titanium hydride with active hydrogen storage alloy, that is lanthanum nickel, pasted on thin porous nickel sheet, is used as anode, and nickel oxyhydroxide, which is pasted on thin porous nickel sheet, used as cathode. The nickel oxyhydroxide pasted on thin porous nickel sheet, used as cathode. And aqueous potassium hydroxide, the solution of 5.35 molar, used as electrolyte, and polypropylene is used as separator in nickel metal hydride batteries. So this is about the construction of nickel metal hydride batteries. Let's discuss the working of nickel metal hydride batteries. That means how this nickel metal hydride battery converts chemical energy into electrical energy. So before that, we can represent this nickel metal hydride battery as follows. The anodic material, that is metal hydride, should be written left side, and it is in contact with electrolyte, that is potassium hydroxide solution of 5.35 molar, and it is in contact with the cathodic material, that is nickel oxyhydroxide, to be written right side of the anode. So this is the representation of nickel metal hydride battery. So now discuss how this nickel metal hydride battery converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. So that is due to redox reactions. At anode, during discharging of the battery, that means during using the battery, the oxidation reaction occur at anode. Here, the metal hydride, the anodic material, reacts with hydroxide ions of electrolyte and releases electrons. So that is oxidation reaction. That released electrons moving towards cathode, and at cathode, that released electrons at anode reacts with the cathodic material, that is nickel oxyhydroxide, and also with the water, and it forms nickel hydroxide. And here you can see the valency of nickel is +3, and after gaining this electron, the valency of nickel is +2. That means the nickel oxyhydroxide, the nickel in nickel oxyhydroxide is reduced at cathode. That means reduction reaction occur at cathode during discharging of the battery. So the oxidation reaction occur at anode, and the reduction reaction occur at cathode. Due to this oxidation and reduction reaction, the movement of electrons will take place. That movement of electrons produces electricity. The final overall reaction during this discharging process is the metal hydride reacts with nickel oxyhydroxide, and it forms nickel hydroxide and releases other product, that is metal. While charging, the opposite reaction occur at respective electrodes. So this is about the working of nickel metal hydride battery. And this battery produces the cell voltage about 1.2 volts. If come to the application part of nickel metal hydride battery, the nickel metal hydride battery has attractive energy density, very high power capability, and good cycle life. Due to these properties, the nickel metal hydride battery is a competitive choice for electric vehicles and also hybrid electric vehicles. Hybrid electric vehicles, nothing but that vehicle can be run either by using chemical fuels or by using the batteries. And this nickel metal hydride battery used in electronic devices like mobile phones and also laptop computers. And you can look at the picture which represents the various applications of nickel metal hydride battery. So this is about the construction, working, and applications of nickel metal hydride batteries. Let's move to lithium ion batteries. What are lithium batteries? The batteries in which lithium is used as an anodic material are known as lithium batteries. Repeat, the batteries in which lithium is used as anodic material are called lithium batteries. So why lithium is used as anodic material? Because lithium has very lightweight material. Lithium is very lightweight material, and more importantly, the lithium has very low standard electrode potential value, that is minus 3.05 volt. Hence, this lithium readily undergo oxidation, and lithium has very good electrical conductivity. Hence, the lithium has been used for the development of high performance primary and secondary batteries. So in 2019, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry shared by the three scientists. They are John B. Goodenough, he is from USA, and M. Stanley Whittingham, he is from UK, and Akira Yoshino from Japan shared the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the discovery of lithium ion batteries. So that indicates the importance of lithium ion batteries for the society. Let's discuss the construction, working, and applications of lithium ion batteries. As we know, the lithium ion battery, it is a rechargeable battery. That is, it is a secondary battery. If we come to construction part of lithium ion batteries, so these lithium ion batteries consist of the lithium intercalated graphite sheets or graphite layers. So that means the lithium which is placed between graphite layers used as anode. The lithium intercalated, that means placed between the layers of graphite used as anode in lithium ion batteries. Lithium cobalt oxide is used as cathodic material in lithium ion batteries, and lithium salts in organic solvents such as lithium hexafluorophosphate or lithium tetrafluoroborate or lithium perchlorate. These are the lithium salts in ethylene carbonate or ethylene dimethyl carbonate or diethyl carbonate organic solvents used as electrolyte. And polyethylene or polypropylene is used as a separator. So this is about the construction of lithium ion battery. And this lithium ion battery can be represented as the lithium intercalated carbon or graphite, which is used as anode, and it is in contact with lithium salts in organic solvent electrolytes, and lithium cobalt oxide used as cathodic material should be written right side of anodic material. Let's move to working part of lithium ion batteries. So how this lithium ion battery converts the chemical energy into electrical energy during usage of battery. So during usage or during discharging the battery, then at anode, the lithium present at anode between the graphite layers, which readily undergo oxidation and which releases electrons, That released electrons move towards cathode and available at cathode. That lithium ions generated at anodic region move through the separator towards cathode, and at cathode, that lithium ion gain these electrons available at cathode and forms lithium cobalt oxide. So the reaction occur at cathodic region during discharging of the battery, and oxidation reaction, lithium into lithium ions, oxidation reaction occur at anode during discharging of the battery. So due to this redox reaction during discharging, the movement of electrons takes place. That movement of electrons produces electricity. The overall, the reactions during discharging, that is Li1 - COO2 reacts with the lithium intercalated carbon and it forms lithium cobalt oxide. So this is the redox reaction occur during discharge. During charging, the reverse reactions or opposite reactions occur with at respective electrodes in the battery. The opposite reactions will occur at respective electrodes of the battery. And this lithium ion battery produces 3.3 to 3.7 volt cell voltage. So this is about the working of lithium ion batteries. Applications of lithium ion batteries. So you can see here many applications by using the lithium ion batteries. They are hybrid electric vehicles or electric vehicles can be run by using lithium ion batteries, and UPS and e-bikes and medical devices and many power tools can be run by lithium ion batteries. And also the lithium ion batteries are commonly used for portable electronics such as laptop computers, tablet and smartphones. And also these lithium ion batteries are growing in popularity for military and aerospace applications. So this indicates the lithium ion batteries are very, very important for our day-to-day life. So let's go through some of the multiple choice questions covered in this session. Question number 1. The material used as anode in nickel metal hydride battery is option A, nickel, option B, metal hydride, option C, potassium hydroxide, option D, both option A and C. As we discussed, the material used in nickel metal hydride battery as anode is metal hydride. The right answer is option B. Question number 2. In reserve battery, one of the components generally isolated until the battery needs to be used is option A, anodic material, option B, cathodic material, option C, electrolyte, option D, separator. We know that the electrolyte is generally isolated in reserve batteries. The right answer is option C. Question number 3. The material used as anode in lithium ion battery is option A, lithium intercalated carbon, option B, lithium cobalt oxide, option C, lithium salts, option D, polypropylene. So we know that in lithium ion battery, lithium intercalated carbon used as anodic material. The right answer is option A. Question number 4. Electrolytes used in lithium ion batteries are option A, 5.35 molar potassium hydroxide, option B, lithium salts in organic solvents, option C, dilute sulfuric acid, option D, all the above. The electrolytes used in lithium ion batteries are the lithium salts in organic solvents. Hence, the right answer is option B. Question number 5. The Chemistry Nobel Prize in 2019 for the discovery of lithium ion battery shared by option A, John B. Goodenough, option B, M. Stanley Whittingham. Option C, Akira Yoshino. Option D, all the above. We know that all three scientists shared 2019 Nobel Prize, and the right answer is option D, all the above. Question number 6. The material used as cathode in lithium-ion battery is option A, lithium intercalated carbon, option B, lithium cobalt oxide, option C, lithium salts, option D, polypropylene. As we know, the lithium intercalated carbon is used as anodic material in lithium ion battery, and lithium salts are used as electrolytes, and polypropylene is used as separator, and lithium cobalt oxide used as cathodic material in lithium ion battery. Hence, the right answer is option B. So these are the reference materials I have gone through. So with this session, I am concluding the module 1 video lectures. Thank you.